So this isn't a video I thought I would be making for a couple more years, yet here we are. Because when your MacBook battery decides to leak and fry your motherboard, you have to buy a new one. So here we are, and let's talk about the M4 MacBook Pro because I am impressed. But we need to talk about what happened first and how this all happened. So the 14-inch MacBook Pro had solid performance, great battery life, and really no complaints. But when you go to turn it on 3 hours after using it and it smells like smoke, there's clearly an issue here. So you rush to the Genius Bar only for them to tell you that your battery has leaked and fried your whole motherboard. Now, instead of paying basically the price of a brand new MacBook to replace the 3-year-old MacBook, because I did not have Apple Care, and take this as your sign to get Apple Care or insurance on it, because probably is better than buying a brand new laptop 3 years after your old one because your battery leaked. But anyways, and we don't even really know how this happened. This is a picture of what it looked like when they took apart my MacBook, and you can see that the battery just leaked and went into the board, and that was it. Smelled like smoke, and there was no chance of saving the laptop. So thankfully I store everything in iCloud for this exact issue. If anything ever happens, everything is in my iCloud drive, so there's no files lost, there's no nothing. Everything is just downloaded back on, and I set it up how I want it. And I've actually never had this happen with a Mac. Only issue I've ever had with a Mac battery is just the battery going after putting so many charge cycles on it. But my previous Mac lasted 7 years. This one lasted 3, and then now we have my brand new one, which, knock on wood, lasts more than 3 years. And Apple support confirmed that there was no way to do anything to fix my old MacBook, besides either pay to repair it, but when they tell you that the repair is going to cost over $1,000 and the brand new MacBook Air is $899 as a student, I'm just going to buy a brand new MacBook at this point. Now, I chose the M4 MacBook Pro in 14 inches, not the M4 Pro. So let's back up to October when Apple announced the M4 lineup of the MacBook Pros. So Apple has 3 MacBook Pros with the M4 chip. They have the regular M4, which is the option I have here, the M4 Pro, and the M4 Max. Now, the whole reason I went with the M4 version of the MacBook Pro was, besides being one of the only options I had at the Apple Store, it was familiar, but also without breaking the bank. Now, for me, a big thing about the MacBook Pro is all the ports. In classes, I have to present, I have to connect, for video editing. I have SD card, I have HDMI, I have 3 Thunderbolt ports. I have more than enough. Now, with MacBook Air, you only get 2 Thunderbolt ports and a MagSafe port, and that's it. And the MacBook Pro had all the ports. But the M4 chip feels more than fast and more than efficient for exactly what I throw at my Mac. My M1 Pro never broke a sweat, and if you have an M1 MacBook and you're considering upgrading, I didn't plan on upgrading until at least M7 or M8, but when your MacBook decides to start smoking, the MacBook made the choice of when I was going to upgrade, not me. Now, I did choose the silver color, and honestly, between space black and silver, I really wanted silver. It just looks so classy. It looks very nice. Now, I do also have the white titanium iPhone, and it pairs very well with the white titanium iPhone. It just looks like it matches. And I also like the contrast of my black Apple Watch to the keyboard on the MacBook, because the keyboard on the MacBook is black with the black background, so it looks very nice and seamless in my opinion. And right out of the box, the M4 felt fast. I was able to open any app. I didn't really have to wait or load or really anything. Now, with my M1 Pro, I also never really had to wait or load or hang. But I would get beach balls a couple of times, but that's okay. Sometimes applications hang. But no matter what, applications may end up hanging and stuff may end up happening, so it's okay. The beach ball happens. Definitely much less than it did with my Intel Mac. And now the M4 actually got a brightness bump, and I gotta say, I'm actually here for the fact that the M screen is even brighter, and this is one of the main reasons why I felt I couldn't go to the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air only has 500 nits of brightness, and in direct sunlight, that is absolutely abysmal, whereas the MacBook Pro has 1,000 nits of brightness, which can go up to 1,600 in bright environments. And I really like this. The 1,000 nits has been great for me, and I just couldn't give that up. It's the whole reason why with my iPad Air I just don't use it as much, is because the screen doesn't get bright enough. And overall, the M4 version of the MacBook Air just seems more polished, more streamlined of the exact version I had before, and that's because it pretty much is. This does also feature center stage, which is that fun camera, whereas as you move around, your Mac camera will follow you, and personally on my iPad I have this feature. I like it. I know some people absolutely hate the fact that I leave this feature turned on, but I like the feature. Now, was it worth it? Well, honestly, I had actually no plans on upgrading my MacBook until at least M7 or M8, or Apple stopped supporting it, whichever probably came first, although I honestly think that probably would have been around the same time, if not later. The MacBook was in great condition, it worked well, and I had no real issues with it. But now that I've spent some time with this MacBook, I really don't miss my old one. It's the exact same thing, just with a spec bump, essentially, and I'm okay with that. Now, I didn't have a choice because my MacBook decided to kill itself, so yeah, the performance is better, the battery life is better, and it just works. But if you're coming from an older MacBook, like an Intel one, I would say definitely go with any of the Apple Silicon. You really can't go wrong with any of them. And I say this as someone who's been using Apple Silicon since 2021 on family members' laptops, and it was an absolutely amazing experience, and it still is. And it's only going to get better with WWDC. So make sure you're subscribed because you're not going to want to miss what Apple's announcing at WWDC. But let me know in the comment down below, what is the most spontaneous way you've had a Mac die on you? Other than battery leaking, or even if you had your battery leak, let me know because I honestly could not find anything online about my Mac battery just leaking and frying the motherboard. And while you're down there, if you want to hit like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well. And I want you to remember that today is a good day to make a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.